All right. Whew. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can turn this around. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Wes Neal here. Back on the trails. Second video update this week on the Juggernaut Ultra 1000. I'm up on the Clear Creek Trail outside of Carson City. I'm at the Clear Creek Junction. So basically, from this point on, I can head over to an area called Spooner. I've actually done a video with you guys up there on that hill, up there on that, where are we? Here we are, up there on that mountain. So that's actually Kings Canyon Road goes up through there. That's where I hit a lot of snow when I got to about 7,000. So here I'm at 6,000. I'm overlooking the beautiful, let me see, let's swing you around. 1, 2, 3, spin, baby. There we go. Overlooking the beautiful Carson Valley. So that mountain range way off in the distance, that's called the Pine Nut Range. They are just as tall as the Sierras. There's a mountain over there. I think it's over here. That's Mount Steagle. I think it's just close to 11,000. So, am I right? Actually, I don't remember. Man, I sound like a fool. Anyways, those are some major mountains. They don't hold a lot of snow because they get the western sun for most of the day. So, now, this slope holds a lot of snow because it gets the morning sun, doesn't get that afternoon sun. So, don't be fooled that there's no snow over there. We're losing snow up here pretty quick, too, which I'm excited about. So, let me spin you back around. Actually, no. Let's spin back around. Hold on. All right, let's talk about this Juggernaut Ultra 1000. Look at that. Does that thing not look sexy? So, update. One thing I want to say, if you're looking at buying one of these and you're into biking the way I am, mountain biking, doing big hills, doing big pools, go for this Ultra 1000. This motor is unbelievable. Get yourself a separate battery, an additional battery. I'll talk about that thing here in a second. Upgrade everything you can. Even if you're just pushing your budget a little bit, upgrade your brakes. Upgrade your brakes. Here, let me tell you something again. Hey, upgrade the brakes. So I even talked to Roshan because I burned up another caliper. So I went and put 223 rotors, front and back. Thought it was going to fix my problem because I burned up my original first caliper. So that was with the 180 rotor. Went to the 223s, which was, at the time, the biggest rotor you could get from Galfer. Now I hear they're up to like a 242. I might be mistaken. You guys can comment if I'm wrong. They're up to a big one. So here's what I thought. I'm going to put this 223 on. It's going to solve all my problems. Didn't. Burned up another caliper. Roshan sent me a new caliper. Burned that baby down to nothing. Chewed the brakes all the way down to the metal. And then just shredded that brand new 223 rotor. So, back to the drawing board. Talked to Roshan, told him about it, and I said, man, I just don't think I built the bike from you guys with the correct upgrades for my type of biking. He agreed, and I'm like, I'm going with the Maguras. Quad piston, and that's what I just installed here last week. Let's come over here. So I put the Magura quad piston on. Little bit of a daunting task. That's why I'm saying, if you can do it on your if you can afford for Bike Tricks to do it, do it. I'm telling you, I could have afforded, I had it in my budget, and I was like, I don't need that. What a fool. So, anyways, now what we have is a 203 on the rear. Quad piston, 223 on the front, just standard dual piston. And the reason I went with the quad piston on the back was because I didn't have a caliper. I couldn't get any calipers quick enough, so I went ahead and just got a quad piston so I could ride my bike. I will be upgrading the front to the quad piston soon. One thing I do know is Magura's one of the best bets right now. I just heard Tektro is out to like 2022 on back orders on their brakes. That's just rumor I'm hearing. So I'm not sure how true that is, but let me tell you, I could not find any Tektros, and I know Bike Tricks is out of them. So I just had to bite the bullet and spend some a hefty amount. Not too bad. So I spent $141 on those quads, and they're doing really good. So let's talk about what's in front of your camera right now, or what's on the screen right now. This is my new invention, and I'm just giving you guys an update, and those of you who haven't seen this, this is my battery scabbard. So this is all made out of aluminum, and then I coated it with truck liner, like bed liner. I coated it with that. The inside, you know what I mean. I kind of upholstered the inside with a dish towel because it had a nice tight fit. And that battery sits in there. Now, I was worried about how I'm going to strap the battery in. Now, with the way we built this, I had somebody local in Carson City help me manufacture this. He's really good with aluminum. So, as you can see, we built it real nice. It's got a great base plate, stainless steel hardware, and it's bolted right to this A-frame back here, okay? This back swing arm. So this thing will not come out. Like, you've got to lift here and then here and pull it out. It's nice and tight, okay? Also, I found a plastic tab that I stick in here, and then what that does is that protects the terminal from dust, water, mud, and so on. So far, this thing is holding up awesome. And I've got 35 miles on it, and it's not showing any signs of wear or movement. I'm checking it. I got a couple small mods to make to it that I'm finding, but other than that, it's doing great. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to market this because of the cost point, but if you guys are interested, let me know, and I can, send me a private message, and I can talk to you, because I don't have a good price point right now, because it's just the way it is. Other than that, the bike's doing great. If you're wanting a Bike Tricks, this is the bike to get. Let me swing you around. Anyways, that video's long enough. I just want to do a little update. I'm going to enjoy a little bit more of this sunset, take some pictures, and then head back down the mountain. The battery did great. Now, this isn't one of my most intense rides. Here, let's go over this real quick. Using my rides, 12% grade is like minimum and a rarity. I'm usually sitting around 25 to 35%, and sometimes pulling 40s, 45%, believe it or not. That's all information available from the Trail Association on the markings on the trails, as well as trail forks. So I know we had a discussion at one time. There was a 50% grade that I pulled. People were like, there's no way. Went back to the board. So far, it still stands. It is 51% grade. And that's on Ash Canyon Road. So, anyways, that's it. You guys got any other questions or anything? Shoot me a message. Leave a comment. There's the bike again. Oh, yeah. Bike Tricks Ultra. Juggernaut Ultra 1000. Badass bike. Get you one. Get you anything from Bike Tricks. I think they're great. But mountain biking, I like this. I would like to get a full suspension. That'll be my next purchase. So, anyways, everyone take it easy. And we'll talk at you later in the next video. Did I tell you guys to like and subscribe? If you didn't, do it. All right. Peace out.